So I've just got up here, driven up to meet up with Owen, and we're going to camp in this field that you've seen us camp in a few times now. It's just a lovely big area for us to kind of test kit a lot, really, isn't it? Good for testing out big tents and stuff. But I've got a new hot tent with me today to try out, so we're going to have a brew. It's spitting slightly and get set up. That took a bit longer than I showed you guys. I should have paid closer attention to the instructions. So you have to create this box first before putting the pole in and the other bits. But I think I've got it pretty figured now. So I just need to get the stove jack and that in. Also got a new stove to try out for Molly, as you can see. It's a lumberjack one. It's just been crowdfunding. I would have done a video on it sooner, but yeah, I've just been too busy. So here we go. Interesting design. Right, so this is one of their fast fold designs. It adds a little weight, but just very convenient for putting together. So this has slots. It's also got this baffle that you screw into the back here, top of the back, which is below the chimney. And with the baffle in, the lid goes on and you've just got the same things for securing it, and this goes on with just some thumb screws. The sun come out for a little bit and it warmed up slightly, but it's getting cold again now. Tent is up. Took a little bit of fettling, but it's my first time doing it. But quite liking it so far. As you can see, it's poly cotton canvas tent, so it should hold the heat quite well. And it's got an opening, a vent at the back, which is similar to the hiking tents that they've just released that I showed in a cooking video I did, probably my last video actually, because I've had this little break while I move house. But yeah, she's up and no centre pole to get in the way, which is nice. Got a hanger on top there as well if you wanted to actually suspend it or do a tripod or something, but I don't think this really needs it because there's no centre pole. Here's that vented area at the back, so you can zip it up if you're cold or whatever. That's the bed in. I've got legs for this bed, but I don't think I'm going to put them on. I'm going to give myself more headroom by leaving it low like this. But yeah, it fits fine. These can be pulled out with the guys, but I'm not using them today. yeah. Put a mat down in here as well because I had it with me, I forgot about that. Sleeping bag. Right, that's me pretty much set up. I've got my new camping pillow. This rolls down quite small, it's by Van Gogh. Owen's just given it to me as a gift. So that's going to be nice and comfy tonight. Yeah, so we're here. Have a proper look at this stove. Lumberjack I think it's called. It's kind of the luxury stove by Pomoli. So it does cost a bit, but it does look very nice. It's got a wood store in it as well. If the Kickstarter for this is still going, I'll link it, but otherwise it'll be on their website. But yeah, very nice. Got a fire grate in there. Got a little bit for getting ash. And there's your wood store on the bottom there. As you can see, I've got the shelves on at the moment. It's not a huge cooking area. You can fit a pot on there, but not a pan. I think they do like a water tank and stuff as well. Thank you. Got some onion rings and we're going to have a break. I just had a brew, you've got one now. We're all set up, just a bit of wood prep. Going to have a fire, probably in between the tents over this side, well out of the wind here, aren't we? Yeah. But it's chilling down. This last week has really chilled down, hasn't it?
Definitely.
They're even talking about snow in Kent next week. Fingers crossed. It's not going to happen, it's just a news story, but kind of fingers crossed.
North Scotland are getting some.
Yeah, lucky.
Cheers. Thank you.
This is Owen's Yarn Plus?
Yeah.
Yarn Plus, which is also canvas as well, so we've both been pretty warm tonight I think. And he's just got a little bug net inner in here as well. Pomoli stove also. But yeah, we're both going to be good tonight I think, aren't we?
Yep, nice and cosy.
Toasty for you.
Thank you.
Toasty for me. In the second round. Right, we're at 0 degrees now, so I think it's by the time we've got this fire going. Oh, I can already feel it. Jenga. Oh, it's a bit moist.
Nice.
Well, it finally feels like we're settled and getting warm.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's literally freezing out here. My camera keeps misting up. Obviously the chair is a bit damp as well. This field is just so wet, and our tents are going to have so much condensation in the morning with the stoves running tonight. We have to run them in the morning with the doors open and try and dry them out a little bit. But we are limited on wood. There's rumours of a fallen tree over the far end of the field, but this field is massive, so we might check that out in the morning. See how we get through wood, because we are freezing. But we'll probably cook dinner here and then retire to the to Owen's tent to conserve fuel a bit in the stove, because it only takes like a log at a time. But this is really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh. That feels good. A little bit of light. One day we'll dig a fire pit here and we'll find our own fire pit. Time for a drink, and Owen's provided some hobgoblin. I've got some neck oils with me as well. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm. Got on one of these heated vests. It's heated on the front and the back. Just brought it out to try it out really. A company sent it, so yeah, trial. I've got some socks and some gloves as well. I've only got the gloves with me, not the socks, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Got it under the kind of windbreaker here and the fire in front. Oh, I can feel it. Ooh. It's like the heated seat in a car. Just put my thermal bottoms on. My top half's okay with this heated jacket on, but hands are pretty cold. I've put the heated gloves on in a bit, but probably going to cook dinner. Just closed up the tent because it was starting to get frosty both on the outside and the inside, so I thought I'd better close that down. But yeah, I'll let this burn down to a few coals And I've got a steak and you've got burgers.
One burger.
One burger.
And chips.
And yeah, then we're going to have chips as like a second course in the tent. Let's see where to put this fire anchor, which I think about here is going to be fine. Right, the steak is done. That's bloody lovely. The asparagus, we're going to do some chips on Owen's stove in a bit. Try and conserve our fuel and just use the stove. We're in Owen's tent. I've been warming up. It's 20 degrees in here now and it's about 0 outside. We just put some chips in the oven on top of the stove here. It's just reached temperature, so we've got another snack. And you may hear, we can hear a muntjac deer in the field with us, not too far away actually. We actually saw one as we were driving in as well. I've got some night vision goggles with me. I may have to go get them in a bit. But we'll have these chips and a bit more beer first. That's me back in my tent, which a little bit of moisture from when I had it open earlier, very frosty on the outside, and now my stove's going. So whereas Owen had the bigger tent, we've had the stove going for a good couple of hours, so it's nice and warm in there for him, and he's going to have a good bed of coals to keep him warm for a while. I need to get that going on this one. Gonna have a hot chocolate though before I actually go to bed. I've got some of the Steak Detective hot chocolate, which is really nice actually. We've definitely got some good heat going, so I'm gonna put my amok mug on there. And oh, that wasn't very good. I haven't got the lid fully off. Get some milk going for the hot chocolate. Well, I've got the Steak Detective Sweet Peggy Hot Chocolate, which is really good. It's like chocolate shavings, like a blend. So I'll put 4, I think, in here. Which might be a lot, but I won't tell if you don't. Oh, I needed that. Nice sugary kick. It's really dried out in here now. It was a little bit moist from earlier, but frost should be defrosting on the outside as well. I'll be back in the morning, I'm sure. Oh, just put the stove right down with the air vents now. It was getting a little hot in here. It's not the biggest of tents and it's canvas, so it really retains that heat well even with the vents open. But this is a good size. It's right in between the smoky hut and like the bigger things like the Rock Fortress and the Pomoli yarn over there. It's a good size. You don't have to kind of get down on your hands and knees to get in and out, although you can't walk in, you know, fully erect. It's a good size. Just duck down a little bit to get in. For one person, tons of room in here. Good morning. Had some very strange dreams last night. Very strange ones. Slept pretty well. Woke up cold because I couldn't find my big sleeping bag because I'm moving house. So I ended up lighting the stove again in the night. And that really warmed me through. Did that twice, I think. And yeah, the residual heat from it kind of lasted quite a long time. So yeah, I was warm after that, and yeah, didn't get up too early, to be honest. I knew there wasn't going to be any sunrises or anything. It's very grey out there. No frost. I don't know if we missed it or it melted or didn't quite form because it got overcast. But yeah, it's bloody freezing out there. I've got the door open for a little light and because I've got the stove going, so I'm alright at the moment. Yeah, just going to warm through, get sorted, decide whether we're going to cook on Owen's stove or have a little fire, see how cold it is and how we feel. Might be nice to have an open fire. We've got enough wood left, definitely. Alright, may as well get this going with some of the birch bark off of this wood. Morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Hungry?
Very. Looking forward to this fry up.
Me too. I remembered to actually have the Bitty Big Q grill with me today, so I'm going to cook on that as I've only got the small fire anchor with me, and that's a cast iron pan. Some sausages.
Coals for the party.
Say when.
I like a full cup. Got enough water in that.
Time for us to enjoy our sausage and bacon butties without butter. It's not much of a butty without butter. We was going to have egg, but I forgot them. That's the only thing I did forget. But yeah, we'll finish these off. Stay warm by the coals of the fire here. Start to get packed away. Shouldn't take too long. We've got our bedding packed away, and then we're going to drive out of here. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.